I mean, sorry for that. Sorry for that. Okay, I lost this frame. That's the reason I was playing with the screen of my mobile. Okay. What is confidence? Let me build a little conversation on this today. What is confidence? And very important word, very beautiful word, starting with C. C is a nice word, confidence. So, what is confidence? Many times we say that feel confident whenever you are doing something. Feel confident. Or many times you have heard people saying that I am very confident in doing this. Many times might have heard mother saying to mother saying to uh, child that be confident. Okay. Someone has written video not showing. Is my video visible? Just type yes in the chat. But if my audio is and my if audio and video is visible, just type yes in the chat so I can see. You might be watching me on YouTube, LinkedIn, or maybe Facebook, or maybe page, profile page. No idea where exactly you're watching me, but if you're watching me and if I'm audible, my audio video is good. Make sure you're writing yes in the chat box. I can see your yes on the platform. So please type yes. So that thought is not there in my mind that am I audible and visible or not. Just type yes in the chat box before I move forward. Yes. So thank you very much for being yes. Okay. Uh, what is what is confidence? So one thing which we need to understand about the confidence is you can or one can feel confident only while doing something, only while doing something. I am doing something and I am feeling confident, right? If you if you think that I am confident, if you just have this imagination or feeling that I'm very confident, not necessary the action for which you are feeling that I am very confident, not necessary when you are executing that action, you will have the same amount of confidence, not necessary. So there's a difference between feeling confident and, and doing something confidently. Feeling confident and doing something confidently. There's a difference. There are two different things. That I feel confident and I actually do something confidently. They are two different things. So I'm not talking about feeling confident. You can feel anything. You can feel anything. Just a feeling. Just a feeling. But I'm talking about how can we do things confidently? How can we do things confidently? So do anything confidently, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of your age. To do anything confidently, the state of mind is, if you are doing something confidently, the state of mind is, I know it, how to do it. I've done it before. I I know what is the process, what is the steps. I know how to do it. Unless and until you don't know how to do something, and then you're saying that I will do this confidently, you're creating illusions in your life. So I repeat, when you say that I want to do something confidently, what is the state of mind? Let's take example. I remember this example I used to share a lot, even before I went to Himalayas when I used to do live webinars. The example is, I was in Kasol, right? Because this one before this 1,000 days of sabbatical or 1,000 days of Himalayas, even before also I used to go to Himalayas. And I used to say stories from there. So I was going from one place to another place, from Kulga to Pulga. Kulga and Pulga, these are small villages in Himalayas. So from Kulga to Pulga, there is a nice walk of maybe a 4 to 5 hours, plus minus here and there. But there's a river to cross, and there's no bridge on the river. What people from Kulga and Pulga, from the small villages, what they did, they had only one very big, maybe around 10 to 15 feet long, thick bark of the tree. They have just put on the river so one can pass from one side to another side. That's it. Only one person can walk on that tree. That's it. That's it. So can you imagine the river? The water is flowing fast. The water is chill. It's a Himalayan river. The water has the current, and then there is a tree on it, a vertical, horizontal, not vertical tree, horizontal like this, and you have to walk on the tree to cross the river. Go from Kulga to Pulga and Pulga to Kulga. Now I was that side of the river, and I had a big bag, 85 liters bag, and some few few people from the village were sitting that side of the river, and I had this question: "Excuse me, can I cross this river?" And the person said, "Come on, be mindful. Don't talk nonsense. There is only one person who can tell whether you can cross this river or not, and that's you." And then I said, "No, I will do it confidently. I will do it confidently." So when I used to meet people, around 2,500 people in Zoom in 2018, 19, 20, I used to share this story and I used to ask this question. Then tell me how many of you will say that, okay, let me go and cross the river. I don't give up. I don't fail. I want to do it confidently. And around 50% people used to say yes. More than that. But minimum 50, yes. We will do it. We will cross the river. Let's not give up. Let's do it. Oh, okay. More than 50% people. Then I has to ask this question to these 50% people who said yes. Only to this question. The second question, the sub question was in the Zoom. Because 50% of 2,000 people is still 1,000. And the opinion and the point of view and the perspective of 1,000 people is significant. Significant. So they used to say that, Praveen, I used to ask this question to them, especially those people who said 50,000 or 10,000 people, or sorry, 1,000 people who said yes, that tell me, have you learned how to cross this river? Or you just feel, understand, take my each and every word very carefully. Even you lose one word, you will be on a different page, I will be on a different page. Feel. Do you just feel that you can cross the river, or you know it? And hardly 90% people they say feel, and 10% people they say yes, we have learned it. So I remember I was feeling confident that particular day in that day, time and space when I was crossing that river, because as a student of mountaineering, when I completed my basic course in Himalayan Mountaineering Institute for 30 days, crossing the river was a part of that. It's a part of that. So I was aware what to do, what not to do while crossing the river. I was aware in case if I fall down in the water, what I should do. I was aware. So I got trained. I got trained. There was training. There's some kind of information, some kind of knowledge in my mind, which was helping me to not feel confident, but it was helping me to act confidently. There's a difference between feeling confidently and acting confidently. What do you mean by that? Imagine today's a working day in the car in the offices, right? If today, I have no idea about the today, but today is a working day in the office, then in the conference room, there's a difference between you feeling confident and you are acting confident. The person who act confident and the person who feel confident, one can easily make out. Understand the difference between feeling confident and acting confident. Very, very subtle difference. Listen very carefully. What is the difference between feeling confident and acting confident? Feeling confident, you just have a thought. When you say I feel confident, it means you just have a thought. Feeling is a thought. When you say I'm acting confidently, it means you're watching. It means you're watching. To act, you need to watch. For example, I'm I'm watching. There was a car in front of me, and they were trying to park. So I was watching. So driving is act. Driving is act, right? So while driving, am I feeling confident? You might have seen those people who learn very early infancy stage of their driving, including me. When I was in my infancy stage of my driving, it's like, you know, all body tight. So your body is tight because you are feeling a lot. You're thinking a lot. Thinking a lot. Thoughts. What will happen if I break some rule, or what will happen if there is a traffic jam because of me? What will happen if I break the signals? Feeling kind, right? I'm just feeling. Thinking is feeling. After learning driving for many years, everything happens subconsciously. What do you mean by training? Fully. What do you mean by training? Because I was in Himalayan Mountaineering Institute and because I had an experience and my body muscles has some memory of crossing the river, there was training. When I said training, training is muscle memory, nothing else. Training is muscle memory. When you train yourself, doesn't matter whether it's a cerebral training, mental training, or you're learning chess, that is also training. The cerebral training, you don't learn physical moves in chess, or when you learn boxing, cerebral and physical both trainings are required. So what is training? Training is repetition. Right? We are learning training only because we are learning what is confidence, right? And at the state of confidence, when we say I'm confident, there are only two major possibilities. Am I feeling confident or am I acting confidently? Am I feeling confident or am I acting confidently? If you're just feeling confident, doesn't make any sense because the feelings are not going to help you to execute the thing. If you're acting confident, it's possible only if you have the muscle memory from the past. You have done it before in your life. You have done it before. You have muscle memory. So you are driving confidently because you have a muscle memory of learning driving. You are speaking in the conference room confidently because you have a muscle memory of speaking in front of confidently. You are crossing the river confidently because you have a muscle memory of crossing the river. You have a training. You had training. So to be very precise answer to this question, what do you mean by confidence? Confidence is a state of mind where confidence is a state of mind where you are not busy in thinking, but rather you are busy in watching, and then you are busy in executing the skill which you have already learned before. And if you are expert and master in that skill at that point of time, you will be doing it subconsciously, just like a Shoaib Akhtar coming towards Sachin Tendulkar with 150-kilometer ball. So Sachin Tendulkar will not think how to hit. It happens subconsciously because it's a muscle memory. The reason why Sachin Tendulkar used to hit Shoaib Akhtar so confidently because of not because of the feeling, because of the training, because of the watching. I think uh, Sehwag ji has said, or someone, I think Sehwag said once that Sachin is the only player who used to say that doesn't matter what is the speed of the ball, but he used to see the ball coming. You see the ball. That's the hours and hours and hours and hours of training since childhood. What differentiates Sachin Tendulkar from you and me and from other players? Two things. One, the background. Understand? Uh, Lata Mangeshkar ji. I remember that day we were just passing through the Lata Mangeshkar's house in Mumbai, and we were so emotional and thrilled. And for all time, we were just playing her song, and we were saying thank you. We were saying thank you. We were saying thank you to her. Let me pass this ambulance first. So we were so thank you to her for all her efforts, and we were singing those songs and everything. So Lata Mangeshkar, if you see the life of Lata Mangeshkar, the birth of Lata Mangeshkar was in the family where music was already there. Music was already there. So imagine Sachin taking birth in Jabalpur. Sachin Tendulkar taking birth in Jabalpur. Or imagine Bill Gates didn't get access to the school which had access to the best computer on the planet Earth. Bill Gates got access to the school. That school had best computer on the planet Earth in those years. Bill Gates, and he got undue advantage of that. So many people who are doing extremely well in their life, somewhere they have undue advantage, not which they have acquired in this life, but they got it. But that doesn't mean that there are many people not necessary, many. So that perspective is also many people who have done extremely well in their life, somewhere the They have or their family legacy, leveraged, not exploited, leveraged. And of course, there are certain people who had no legacy, but still they're doing good in their life. I think Modi ji is one example like that. Modi ji has no royal legacy, but still, I think he has invested a lot of time, energy, money, resources in building his life and building his mindset and understanding, and that's the reason uh, he is in the position to represent one country. So, coming back, I cut down all the conversation in my mind and coming back to this point. What is confusion? What is confidence? Confusion we were talking about last night. What is confidence? Confidence is nothing but the state of mind where mind is subconsciously acting because you have trained your body muscles to do something for that act, and at the time of act you are doing it subconsciously. What do you mean by doing it subconsciously? Let's understand that. Sure. Let's understand that. We do something subconsciously when you lose the essence of time and space. What do you mean by that? The time at the moment where Sachin Tendulkar is hitting the ball, he has no idea about the time and space in that moment. See, we become one with the universe only when we lose the presence of time and space. Let's understand this one simple. But let's understand with one simple example. The simple example is imagine that you're sitting in the theater. You're sitting inside the theater, and suddenly there is a in the movie there is a scene where you are so intensely engrossed in that, so intensely, deeply, so deeply watching that scene for a few minutes. When you come back from that scene, you take a sigh of relief and you say, "Where I am." That is, you're losing the essence of time and space. When you lose the essence of time and space, you become one with the universe. Confidence is that you become one with universe. When you lose the essence of time and space, imagine you are in the conference room, you are speaking, you are talking, you are on the stage, and you have no idea where are you. You're so engrossed in your talk, you lose the essence of time and space. That is confidence. That is confidence. Any questions, guys? Please write down your questions on this particular topic. Any questions, or just type agree or disagree in the chat. Just type agree or disagree in the chat. If you agree with this whole whatever I have spoken, you say yes, agree. If you disagree, you say disagree, or type no, Praveen, explain more. Or you say, Praveen, I have still not understood, explain more. Or you say, no, Praveen, I agree, whatever you're saying. Or I disagree, Praveen. Or Praveen, explain more. My- Meanwhile, I will just clean this in the. Chalo, Sarji. I think he has done something wrong with his car. Yeah. Agree, disagree, agree, disagree. I think there is. Acha, you might be writing in your own platforms if you're watching on LinkedIn, but I should get it here. So agree, disagree, or no problem. Explain more. Explain more. Just write in the chat. Then I will take it further from there. Of course, there will be some kind of 8 to 9 second of lag. That's still. I think that those people who are sitting in Silicon Valley, they really have to take care of this. That the the way we get in Zoom is like if you go live on Zoom, you get an instant chat. It's like you are writing, you are getting, you are writing, you are getting, you are writing. You are, that's a lot. That's the reason I love Zoom. But when we integrate platforms like this, when we do multi-streaming from one platform and when we stream to various platforms, uh, it's a chat aggregator and it's a huge delay. Today I will see how much delay it is. It's a huge delay. But make sure you're writing that whenever you're listening to this. So make sure you're writing questions, but let me continue on this topic. And moment I get a question, I will stop it, and then I will start sharing. Within my capacity, I will read the question and then I will share my view. Now, let's understand this word confidence from a parent's point of view, because it's very important. As a parent, it's just not a responsibility to say, feel confident. Or as a parent, it's just not a responsibility to tell a child that, hey, stay focused. It's our responsibility to also tell the techniques and the methods and the logic and the philosophy behind it. I don't know why people have this allergy to word philosophy. Philosophy is a beautiful word. What do you mean by philosophy? Philosophy means you do not want to seek answers only from outside. You do not to just not interested in searching answers only from outside. You are also interested in searching answers from inside. From inside. And that is philosophy. Nothing wrong with it. But many people they have a little different relationship with this word. Many people they are a little allergic to this word. Allergic. They don't philosophy mat de mere ko. Yeah, don't give me philosophies. Philosophy is a nice word. So when you say, or when you say to your child, imagine you have a 10 years, 11 year, 12, 13 years old child, and you say, be confident. What do you mean by that? The child says, what do you mean by that? The child says, yeah, dad, yes, mom, I will be confident. But what do you mean by that? Or when you say as a parent, stay focused. But what do you mean by that? What should I do which will help me to stay focused? First, tell me that. And tell me what do you mean by stay focused? Right? And if you are so focused in your life, and if you are so confident in your life, a teenager will say this never from words, but in the mind. That if you understand the importance of the teenager saying this to parents in the mind, not verbally, that if you are so confident, if you are so focused, then what you are doing with your life? Why you have not reached the pinnacle in your career? Why you are not why you are not X, Y, Z? If you are so focused, you are telling me, the teenager is saying in his mind that you are telling me stay focused, you are telling me stay confident. If you know, then why you are in 40s, brother? A father, you are in 40s, or mother, you are in 40s, you are in 50s. If you know how to stay confident, if you know importance of our confidence, if you know how to stay focused, then why you have not reached the pinnacle in your life? Why you are telling me? If you are telling me, tell me what is confidence, tell me what is focus. You get your point? These are the obvious question in the minds of the teenager. Doesn't matter, because of the culture, they are not speaking to the parents like this. But don't you feel these are obvious questions? These are obvious questions. Come. So, what is the relevance of confidence when it comes to parenting? It is so unfortunate, very careful using the word unfortunate, right? Because it has a negative energy. Understand, every word has a negative energy. Whenever you speak that word, it generates a negative energy. But very careful using this word unfortunate, because it is the truth. Two, it is so unfortunate when I see parents, they force their kids to invest their time, energy, money, resources in only education. And it is so obvious. I feel so bizarre. It is so obvious that there are millions and millions of people, millions and millions of students are coming out of educational institutes, and still there are millions and millions of people coming out from the educational institute, and still you can see the world is facing the problem of poverty. The world is facing the problem of education. The world is facing the problem of jobs. The world is facing the problem of entrepreneurship. More than 95% company they are closing within 3 years, as per Oxford. Well, I repeat in very one line that you know that despite of so many students going to so many educational institutes and coming out from so many educational institutes, world is not really significantly improving in terms of poverty, in terms of distribution of education, in terms of distribution of money, world is still not recovering, right? Still they invest their time, energy, money, resources for the child. No, just focus only on studies, nothing else. No sports, no other activity, nothing else, only studies. On other hand, you can see the world has nothing has changed only because of study. Nothing has changed. Show me one person on the planet Earth who says something like this, that Praveen, is only the educational content which I have got in my life has helped me to reach wherever I have reached, and that guide is really doing good. Show me one. I am not denying the importance of educational content. We need sine theta and cos theta to build the bridges. I was under the impression many years ago that why I learned that. Okay, it didn't mean anything to me, but it meant a lot for the engineer, right? Same biology is helping us to build medicines. Same chemistry is helping us to make some good, good, good material for manufacturing, right? So biology, chemistry, physics, maths, that's knowledge. That's man, human being created wisdom and knowledge. One has to acquire that. I'm not at all denying the importance of it. But whole life only education is not going to help. We know that. And then we do not invest time, energy, money, resources on kids so they learn one skill. Even if your child learns how to play a guitar in the college, when they go, when he or she is going and standing on the stage and playing guitar, that will help the child to boost the confidence on the stage, that I'm confident. Why? Because I've learned something before and I'm implementing it. I feel confident. You feel confident only when you are doing something which is good for your image. Once you're doing something and if it is helping to boost your image, you feel confident. You feel confident. You feel confident. That's it. But as a parent, are you really helping your kids to learn certain skills? So when they go outside, when they go to 11th and 12th outside in college, or when they go outside for education, do you have you provided one skill to your child apart from that fucking education, which is of course important? I'm not denying that. But no child will say that I'm feeling confident because I get 90 or I got 100. That is education, yeah. That is education. You're supposed to do that. You are, if you are learning, then you are supposed to achieve good marks. If you are in school, mark is the verification. If you are in the school of life, money is the verification. That's it. That's how the culture is. You can't change that culture. Imagine five mothers sitting together. One mother said that, hey, my child is doing very good. Adult child, right? Maybe in 40s. Mother say, my child is doing very good. 40 years old. Someone asks, how much is earning? No, no, he's earning nothing. Or imagine a group of mother sitting together, and some one mother said that, hey, my child is doing very good, and child is maybe 10 to 11 years old. How much marks he has got? And no, he failed. Nobody is doing very good. The validation of childhood is marks. You're doing good. The validation of adulthood, money. That's a culture. You can't change it. You can't change it. That's a culture. You can't change the culture overnight. You can create a trend overnight. You can't change the culture overnight. Let me end because someone is waiting for me. So in parenting, ensure that you're investing time, energy, money, resources on your kids, where the kids are learning certain skills. So when they go in adulthood, when they do something, they feel, yes, because of my parents, I'm feeling confident now because at that point of time, I've learned guitar, I've learned boxing, I've learned certain sports, I've learned certain music, I've learned it, I've invested my time, energy, money, resources, and now whole life, whenever I do this, I feel confident. And when I feel confident, I like it. I feel good. One person can feel confident. If one person can feel confident doing one thing, that person can feel confident doing other things also. But like, and I'm ending this, like in school, we just focus on education and we feel that that will solve the problem. In the school of life, in the school of life, we feel that work is enough. If I'm doing good in work, that will solve the problem. Neither education will solve the problem, neither nor work will solve the problem. What will solve the problem is that what skills you have apart from education and work. What skills you have. I always say this, then I'm ending this conversation, that I have no idea about your time zone, but it doesn't matter what you do from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for personal growth. Doesn't matter. 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. because it's just like you are going to school. Your office is your school, right? So you don't feel happy. A child doesn't feel happy when he goes to school. That's a responsibility. Going on work is a responsibility, brothers and sisters. Going to school is a responsibility. खून कर्म जो है खून में है. That's a learning in Himalayas. I've learned from someone that Praveen कर्म खून में है. The work is there in your blood. Wherever we have reached is because of work. But doesn't matter whether you go to school or when you go to office. That's your responsibility. What matters what you do 5 to 9, not 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is school. 9 to 5 is work. What you do from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. How much time, energy, money, resources you are investing in acquiring new skills from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. That will ensure how confident you are because like any other skill, confidence is a skill which you have to learn, which is possible only when you are doing something confidently, which is possible only when you have the muscle memory of doing that, which is possible only when at the time of doing you are not thinking, you are just watching. This is from Praveen Vandalkar signing out. Until we meet again.